What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for being here. This is Edward again with another video, another tutorial. This time I'm going to be pretty much showing you how I'm able to detect some of my patterns, the advanced patterns, like, there are so many. There are like the butterfly patterns, Cipher, bullish crab patterns, bad patterns. There's so many. I'm going to show you in this video in particular. I'm going to show you two of my favorite patterns that are showing the most in my chart, and it's complicated. I'm not going to lie to you. This subject about advanced patterns, it's a little complicated because they are hard to find. Yes, I know that they're hard to find, but whenever you find them, they're very accurate if you follow a couple of rules. For example, for myself that I've been applying. Okay, so I will show you what are my rules in order for the pattern to be more effective. Okay, so I would only follow my rule, or I would only enter, or for a buy or for a sell, only if my rules are being applied. If not, I don't enter. Okay, that simple. You have to be like that. Okay, whenever you don't see something nice, or even though you're seeing a nice pattern forming, if you don't looking for more confluences, if you don't see any more confluences or applying your rules, recommend you don't get in. Okay, be careful with that. I will explain you in a little bit how that works. Okay, what are my rules? In this case, the first pattern that I'm going to be explaining you is the crab pattern. In this case, it's going to be a bullish crab pattern, and then I'm going to give you an example on the actual chart. Okay, but for the moment, I will draw the pattern right here so you would have an idea of how it works and how to find it. Okay, so let's suppose we're having the prices. Let's see, just an example. Let's say the price is doing this. It starts to push up, and then it starts to drop, maybe to create, of course, a pullback, right? So one of the things and one of the rules to follow for the pattern to be a correct pattern, we're going to need a couple of tools right here. We're going to need these two tools right here, the Fibonacci retracement and the trend-based Fibonacci extension. Okay, so first we're going to use the Fibonacci retracement. We're going to draw from the bottom to the top. Okay, we're going to go from the bottom to the top. Of course, by the way, I'm gonna give you my settings, what I'm using. Okay, we'll give you my settings for my Fibonacci. These are my settings. Okay, you can copy that. All right, just like that. You can screenshot, or you can pause the video and you can set it up like that. Let me see, coordinates, no, visibility are pretty much the same, everything else. But this is what matters. Okay, the colors, of course, you can put the color you want, but you can set it up this way. All right, once you do that, okay. So usually for the crab pattern, the crab pattern should be reaching at least the 38.20 right here. It should be reaching this point. Okay, to be right. Okay, for the correct rate of the crab pattern of this particular pattern, the actual pullback has to reach at least the 38.20. Okay, it can maybe go to the 50 or 60, but usually goes to the 38.20 right there. Okay, all right, that's our first point. So I'm going to mark it, maybe I'm going to mark it off right quick here. This would be our X point. Right here would be our A point. Let's see. Right here. And this would be our our B point, I'm sorry. B point, right? So we already got the X, the A, the B. Now let's go for the C. The C point, how do you detect the C point? Also, you use the Fibonacci again, Fibonacci extension. You're going to use this one right here. Fibonacci retracement, I'm sorry. You're going to go from A to B. From A to B. Let me see if I'm not mistaken. because sometimes, you know, you don't have to memorize all this stuff. You know, whenever I don't know, I don't remember these numbers, I just go on YouTube and I found, and I just look for a bullish crab pattern, and that's it. It's going to remind me. But let's see, usually the pullback here cannot go higher than 0.8. So from here, let's suppose it's bouncing off right there, right? It can go, usually goes this way to the 88.60, okay? If for some reason the price goes above the 0.8, then this is not longer valid, is not a crab pattern anymore. It could be maybe another pattern. You should be looking maybe for a different type of pattern. But talking about this one in particular, it should not go above the 8. It could even reach maybe this point right here, or you could maybe see a wick pushing up, but just as long as the body of the candle stays below 0.8, that's fine, okay? So let's say, for example, it reached the 88.60, right there on the Fibonacci, okay? So that's gonna be our point C. It's gonna be our point C, right there. Now let's go for our point D, and this is where we're going to be using our extension of the Fibonacci. We're going to be using the other tool right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from point A to point B. Look at this tool, how it works. So from point A to point X, right? And go back to A. I'm going to go back to A. Like that. So you see, again, let me show you again. Don't get confused. Fibonacci extension from point A to X back to A. Okay. I'm going to extend it like that so you can see clearly. So it has to be touching the point A again. So A to X back to A. And I extend it so you can see clear. So this retracement, let's call it retracement, has to be touching this zone right here between the 1.27 to the 1.41. Okay, it doesn't matter. This area it could be touching this area, anywhere this area. Remember, if the body goes beyond, if the body of the candle closes beyond this zone right here, then it's no longer a pattern. Okay, be careful with that. Just as long as the body stays in this area, you're fine. Okay, and that's it. That's going to be, oh, well, let me show you also the setup for this pattern right here for this Fibonacci trend-based extension. Look, so you can pause the video right there. You can copy the settings, right? The colors if you want as well. Everything else stay the same. I'm not changing anything there. Just right here. All right, perfect. So that's pretty much it. That's our crab pattern right there. And that would be our point D. Okay, that's our point D. All right, now what's the idea of finding this pattern? The idea of this is pretty much when you see that the pattern form and you wait for this, the price is starting to pull back. And usually this big, from point C to D is usually you're going to see on candles, you're going to see like a very big movement. Like there's almost no noise. Like the price is going to be violently going down until it reaches this point, and then the price will be doing a retrace. So that's what we're going to call. Okay, this is what it's about. This type of patterns is what is whenever you see this type of patterns, the price or the way we do an entry here is like this. We should be going there, stop loss below, maybe a little bit, a couple of pips below the last low. Take profit. I'm going to tell you where to take your take profit. Let me go. Where's the Fibonacci? All right, we're going to be using the Fibonacci retracement this time. And what I usually do, let me see if I remember this. Yeah, it's like this. I'm going to go from point A to point D. And then you have this zone right here, the golden zone, right? So your take profit should be right here, either the 38.20, the 50%, or the 61.8 on the Fibonacci, okay? Sometimes you may see the price you know, after a pattern, the price keep going up and pushing up and continuing up like crazy, like shooting up like a rocket. It doesn't matter. Okay, apply your rule. What's your rule? You're going to be taking profits at this zone right here. Okay, because sometimes it can barely just reach the 38.20 and then continue dropping. Okay, so be careful with that. Be humble and try. You can, maybe what you can do is you can aim your first take profits right here, second take profit right here, third profit right here. Okay, or you can implement the TP strategy. You can implement the TP strategy and you can follow, you know, with this indicator right here, the WMA, you can follow the trend. You can go on a lower time frame, maybe 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and just follow the trend like I showed you in a couple of videos back. Okay, so that's the way it works. Okay, now let me go to the actual chart to what I'm seeing at the moment with this pattern. Now, what's my rule? I explained you already the rules of the pattern. However, I have my own rule that says, if I see a trend line, for example, and I see at least 3 touches, the third touch, you said, this is the first touch, the beginning of the trend, second touch, and the third touch, and if by any chance I happen to find the actual pattern, the crab pattern or whatever pattern I found, I'm going in. That's my rule. Okay, I'm going to be going in. Why am I putting my take profit right here? Because I know this is a zone. I have it marked up, you know, from a long time ago. I know there's a very hard, that's a resistance zone right there, very strong. And the pattern was formed beautifully. I can see it clearly. And the right way to take your profits is you use your Fibonacci retracement right here. Okay, from A to D, and your take profits from, you see, when it touched, if you enter right here, your take profit should be either 38.2, 50, or 61. Okay, that's up to you. If you want to aim for an actual zone that you see on the top, that's up to you. But the correct way should be maximum there. Okay, if you want to just follow that. All right. Like I mentioned, if you see the price pushing up, remember to always move your stop loss to break even to prevent maybe some, you know, that take you out, right? Sometimes the price is going to make some noises. Sometimes the price might bounce here, but boom, and then shoot up right quick. It would happen. And I showed you actually in my Telegram group how I've been using it. And it's really effective if I'm applying my rule, which is the 3 touches. Okay, let me go now to the next chart. I'm going to go to the Cipher pattern. This Cipher pattern is, let me show you right here now. Right quick, I'm going to give you pretty much the same draw. Let's suppose the price is coming this way, right? And start pushing up. Now it does a retracement. It started to do a pullback, I'm sorry. Maybe to the zone right here. So again, we're going to be using the Fibonacci retracement from, let's suppose this is, let me put it here. It's going to be our X point. This is our A point. And now we're going to be looking for our B point. Let's see how to find the B point. Remember, we use the Fibonacci. This one, retracement from X to A. And the price should come, let me take a look in here. It can bounce to anywhere in this area, 38.20, 50, or 61.8. Okay, anywhere in this zone, the golden zone basically. So let's suppose it's reaching that point on the 50. All right, that's going to be our B point. That's our B point. All right. Now let's find our C point. Now this time we're going to be using the trend-based Fibonacci extension, the other Fibonacci extension, right? Now we're going to be going, I think it was from X, yeah, from X to A, back to X. Okay. I'm going to extend it like that so you can see it. So remember, from X to A, back to X. And I extend it like that so you can clearly see the zone right here. So the price should be pushing up to this zone right here. Okay, anywhere inside the zone. Like I mentioned, the body of the candle cannot go above this zone. If it goes above, if it closes above, not good. It has to be closing in this area. All right, so let's suppose it closed there. All right, this is gonna be what? Our point C, right there. Okay, now the pullback or the retracement that is going to be doing, let's see if is, take a look. Give wise from the Fibonacci from X to C, like that, from X to C. And the retracement has to be touching, oh, if I'm not mistaken, it should be coming this way usually, the 78. It has to be this zone right here, within the 78.60 and 88.60, inside this area right here. Alrighty. Now, once the price, let's say, the body of the candle ends, let's say, right there, just touching the 78. That would be our point D. Alrighty, that's the cipher. That's the cipher pattern. 1 second. I messed it up. All right, that's our pattern. So basically, where is it? Okay, let's see, from here to here to here, here to here. All right, that's basically the pattern right there. And the same thing, when you find that this is a bullish cipher, so when you find that pattern, so let's say you make your entry right there. Stop loss below the last low, a couple of pips below the last low. Take profit this time. Again, if you want to know the take profit, you go and use your Fibonacci retracement. You go from point C to point D. And you will be aiming for this zone right here. Like I mentioned, so either the 38.2, you can be aiming your first take profit right here, second take profit, and third take profit right there. Sometimes, like I mentioned, you may be seeing a big push after that, and it will be just flying after that, okay? It doesn't matter. If you want to follow the trend then, after that, you can use, like I mentioned, the TP strategy to follow the trend, okay? But usually, this is our take profit. The maximum take profit it will be like here, right there, okay? Now let's go on the chart and see what's happening and what happened this week with this cipher pattern right there. Again, what do you see? You see, I'm applying my rule, which is the 3 touches, at least 3 touches on a trend line. It could be even, a downtrend. I will show you another examples that I found here in some other pairs, but this is my rule. As long as I'm applying my rule, I feel comfortable with it, and I'm more comfortable to hold the entry for longer time. Okay, you see how far even it went a little bit higher, even maybe reaching these highs. Anyways, but I was able to take my profits beautifully this week, last week, and so remember. I draw my line. If I see at least 3 touches, 1, 2, 3, I'm applying my rule. And if I see a nice pattern formation, boom, I'm going in. All right. And it looks simple, but It's kind of complicated. I'm not going to lie, like I mentioned, it's kind of complicated to find these type of patterns, but when you find them, it is crazy. It is amazing how it works. And if you apply my rules, 3 touches, it should be doing good. Okay, you should not have any problem. More often than not, the pattern should be forming and you should be getting your profits really nice. Let me see if I can show you a couple of things. This is another pattern, also went beautifully. You see at least 3 touches, a touch 4 times, but I'm looking for at least minimum 3 touches, minimum. All right, nice pattern right there. This is a different pattern. I don't remember. This is also a Cipher. Yes, kind of Cipher as well. Let's see, Euro CHF. Look what happened there. This is another Cipher. I don't remember, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I get confused between ciphers or bad patterns, you know, because they look kind of similar. I'm just, you know, like I mentioned, if I forgot how to draw the thing, you know, the actual the numbers and the Fibonacci retracement, I just go on Google and I just look for it again. It doesn't matter, you know. You don't have to memorize that thing. Everything is going to be on YouTube, and whenever you find out, you can just go with it. So you see 3 touches on the top, and you see a nice pattern formation, a W formation, and boom, beautiful. So it will work, and it will have more accuracy, like I mentioned, if you follow my rule, which is at least the 3 touches. It could be either on the top or on the bottom. You know, if it's a bearish pattern or bullish pattern, you know, it's pretty much the same rule. Just as long as it's touching the 3 times, you know, it's going to work. You can practice, guys. Practice this a lot. It's going to help you. I'm not going to lie, like I mentioned, it's complicated at the beginning. Now, you know, the more you practice this, the more you're going to be start seeing those W formations or M formations, and you're going to be like, oh, there's got to be a pattern there. So you start digging, you start, you know, drawing your Fibonacci. Oh, this is a bad pattern. Oh, this is a Cipher pattern. So you're going to be finding out by yourself what is forming. And if you happen to find, like I mentioned, a very nice structure and you see at least 3 touches, then you go with it. If you don't see something nice with 3 touches on a small, you know, roof or resistance or a support, don't enter. Okay, don't enter. That's my rule, and I'm giving you this tip so you can apply this rule as well. Okay, so I think that would be pretty much, guys, for today. I hope this video will help you understand a little bit more about these advanced patterns. They tend to be complicated, a little hard to find, but you know, if you keep practicing, you're going to be seeing W's everywhere. You're going to be seeing M formations everywhere, and you're going to be, like I mentioned, you're going to be like, oh, I think there's a pattern there. So you will be digging and you will find the correct pattern that works for you and the actual, you know, the 3 touches, which is the actual rule. Thank you so much, guys, again, for being here. Subscribe if you're new on this channel. Give me a big thumbs up if you like the video. Please, if you want to see more of this thing, maybe live, you can follow me on Telegram. All right, I publish pretty much everything daily. They're also trading live the Nasdaq in the US 30 with the diamond strategy. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Have a wonderful day. Take it easy, guys. Take care.